Kaduna police nabbed 39 for unlawful display of Russian-Chinese flags. Gombe tricycle operators rally against fuel scarcity amid economic crisis. Lagos hunger protesters pause demonstrations, plan strategic comeback. And on the foreign scene, Israel returns 89 decomposed Palestinian bodies to Gaza. Hello, welcome to News Updates on Trust TV. I am Lilian Ogazi. And now to the news. The Kaduna State Police Command has arrested 39 suspects in connection with inciting violence, displaying Russian flags and Chinese flags, as well as vandalizing public and private property in various parts of the state capital. The suspects included a tailor who produced the Russian and Chinese flags for the protesters. According to the spokesman of the Kaduna State Police Command, Mansur Hassan, the suspect exploited the hashtag #EndBadGovernance protest and unleashed violence against innocent residents. He listed some of the damaged properties by the hoodlums to include a Hilux vehicle belonging to the Kaduna State Vigilance Service, a car belonging to a journalist, a new generation bank at Tudunwada in Kaduna South Local Government, and the zonal office of the Kaduna Traffic Law Enforcement Agency, Zaria. Hassan said when the police, in collaboration with other securities, intervened to restore order, the suspects became hostile and resorted to using stones, catapults, and other weapons. Now joining us via phone is Trust TV's Bello Musa to give us an update on the situation in Kano. Thank you very much for joining us, Bello. Kaduna.
Thank you.
All right, tell us what exactly is happening at the moment.
Well, Kaduna now is calm. People are complying with the curfew imposed by the state government, and everywhere is calm except minor cases that happen around Kabbalah roads, and also Tudunwada here in Kaduna, where some youths started regrouping themselves, trying to burn tires, and started to maybe destruction and looting of properties. And this police went there, dispersed the youth, and also army, combined military personnel in their vehicles, numbering about 30 or 14, were on show of force. They were in Tudunwada, and they were also around Poli Road, where the hoodlums attacked the bank yesterday. They are trying to ensure that people comply with the curfew imposed by the state government. As we speak, Kaduna is calm. People are really complying with the curfew.
All right. Can you tell us, have you had any update, or can you tell us the fate of those who have been arrested for flying the Russian and Chinese flag? What have you heard of that?
No. We are still waiting for maybe the state police command to give us further information with regard to that.
All right. So far you said the state is calm and people are complying with the curfew, except for the little happenings that happened earlier.
Yes.
All right then. Thank you very much, Bello, for joining us. We're definitely going to get more updates on you as the day goes by on the progress of the curfew and the happenings there in Kaduna. Thank you for joining us. That was our correspondent in Kaduna, Bello Musa, there giving us an update of the situation in Kaduna at the moment. Now moving on to Katsina, where the acting governor of the state, Farouk Kujobe, has approved the review of the 24-hour restriction of movement order imposed in Dusmina local government area and other 33 local government areas of the state. Jobe granted the review of the Dusmina curfew after receiving a report of an improved security situation in the area. He had placed the local government on a 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. curfew. The acting governor, who chaired a meeting of the State Security Council on Monday evening, directed the ban on unusual gatherings and all types of protests to remain imposed throughout the state. He appreciated the civil manner with which the security agents handled the hoodlums who hijacked the peaceful protests to commit criminal activities. He also thanked parents, guardians, and community leaders who cautioned their children and youths from joining the bandwagon of the miscreants. Now, joining us via phone from Katsina, we have Abdullahi Yamadi to give us an update of the situation at the moment. Thank you for joining us, Abdullahi.
Thank you most sincerely.
All right, so what exactly is happening in Katsina at the moment? How is it going with the curfew and restriction of movement?
Well, thank you very much. What is happening in Katsina, Katsina is calm, and there is no demonstration or protest today, because the protesters are saying they have relaxed the demonstration to mourn the death of their colleagues who were killed by some security agents on Monday evening in the ancient city of Katsina. As such, they have relaxed the protest until Thursday, when it is expected to continue. The number of those that were killed during the protest has risen from 1 we reported yesterday to 3 this morning. In fact, I'm at the residence of the family of Shafiu Mukhtar, a 21-year-old secondary school student who was hit by a stray bullet on Monday, and he was killed. So people are trooping to the residence and registering their condolences to the family of the deceased. So this is exactly what is happening.
Have you been able to speak to the family of the deceased? How are they taking this?
Well, what they are saying, the security agencies acted unprofessionally, because they were shooting sporadically on the protesters, and people like Shafiu Mukhtar was eating food elsewhere. He was not even among the protesters when a stray bullet hit him and killed him. So they are asking the authorities concerned that they need nothing other than justice from the authorities. So likewise, at the residence of the other person who was killed, people are trooping mourning the death of the deceased person. And of course, a pregnant woman was reported to have been killed by a tear gas that was fired into her house. When she was rushed to a hospital close to the house, she was confirmed dead by doctors.
All right. Now, we learned that the curfew in Dusama has been relaxed. So what is the situation there? Are people going about their normal activities?
Yes, of course. Dusama has been very relatively peaceful, and of course, people are going about their normal businesses. In fact, for the past 2 days, the major concern of residents of Dusama is insecurity, not even the protest. So all they're after is the issue of insecurity. What they're saying is the issue of insecurity that has been bedeviling the area. So as per the protest, the situation is calmed, and people are going about their businesses as usual.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Abdullahi Yamadi. Thank you for giving us an update on the situation. We definitely would connect with you in the course of the day to get more updates on what is happening in Katsina. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, thank you most sincerely.
All right, now moving away, business is expected to pick up today as a single market is built to open on Tuesday between 8 a.m. in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon in compliance with the curfew imposed on the state, which allows movement between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Residents have been battling with shortage of essential food items as the hunger protest enters its 6th day. The opening of single markets would enable shop owners to restock essential items like rice, sugar, flour, among others. Filling stations that have not been shut are likely to open as the security situation improves. Now, joining us via phone is Idris Jibrin to give us an update on the situation in Kano. Idris, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Idris. So what's the situation of things? Has buying and selling fully commenced in single market?
Yeah, actually, like you said, security situation in Kano is gradually improving, and single market have already been reopened for business from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And people are already trooping in, for quite some time now. Markets have remained closed. So as the market is reopened now, people are trooping in to restock. And also not only single markets, there are also other markets, like the Wano markets, Bakarimi markets, and the Yankaba markets. They have all been reopened, but all is from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. I have also seen some filling stations who have also been reopened. In fact, we are just coming out from a filling station to buy fuel. Some filling stations have been reopened, and businesses are gradually picking up. So as I can tell you, in Kano here, we thank God, security situation is gradually improving at the moment.
So that means people are adhering to the curfew?
Exactly. People are adhering to the curfew because anyone you see, everybody is rushing to buy whatever he wants to buy before 2 p.m. because at 2 p.m. people will have to go back home. So people are actually complying. It was only yesterday that some people came out to protest before the curfew time. But today I'm yet to see any group of people protesting on the street. People are actually rushing to the markets to buy what they can before 2 p.m.
All right. Thank you very much, Idris. We're definitely going to get more updates from you in the course of the program to see if after 2 p.m. people will actually go back home as the curfew continues. Thank you for joining us.
Yep.
All right, moving on to Bauchi, where the state governor, Bala Mohammed, has charged security chiefs in the state to redouble efforts geared towards securing lives and properties, especially amid the ongoing national hunger protest. Speaking at a meeting with heads of security agencies and other stakeholders in the state, Governor Bala said the meeting was to discuss strategies that will ensure that the ongoing hunger protests do not degenerate into anarchy while they last. He acknowledging that Nigerian citizens have not enjoyed the best of governance, especially in the present dispensation, where some economic policies like the fuel subsidy removal have thrown many into abject poverty, noting that it was imperative for all stakeholders to work towards calming frayed nerves. While decrying the violence that erupted in some parts of Bauchi metropolis, as well as in Katagum local government, Governor Bala assured that the state government, with the support of security agencies, have put modalities in place to forestall a recurrence. He said, despite being an opposition state, he was committed to supporting the federal government in addressing the issues that led to the protests in the state, with hope that the government at the national level will rise to the occasion and fix grey areas of the economy.
We have to swallow our melancholy because it's part of leadership. But certainly I called you to let you know that the people are annoyed with us. What do? We have done our best. The security agencies have done their best. And we have to come back to our natural habitat, the level of natural leadership, from the emirates to the district heads, to the village heads, to the ulamas who preach in the mosque, and to the clergymen who preach in the church, even to the youth, and to the drivers and the owners of transport agencies. They are all here, NUTW, and also the other agencies. Even the student union are here, I believe. We did that because we had to connect and discuss. Yes, we acknowledge that there is bad governance.
As normalcy returns to Gombe after hoodlums hijacked a peaceful protest on Thursday, most filling stations within the state capital have remained closed. Now, this has negatively affected the transportation sector in the metropolitan area, making it difficult for many commercial tricycle operators to ply their trade. Hassan Kohli monitored the situation and filed this report.
On Monday morning, the majority of the filling stations in Gombe were closed, with few offering skeletal services to motorists. According to dealers, This is their only option to avoid losing their assets due to the ongoing hunger protest across the country. In Gombe, this has negatively impacted transportation services across the metropolis. Right now, we are not refilling at petrol stations because of most of them have not opened, despite normalcy being restored in Gombe. We have to buy fuel from black marketers at 1,200 naira per liter, which is expensive. We usually buy 1 liter at 850 naira against 630 naira at NNPC filling stations. Closure of petrol stations is really affecting us. We are buying fuel at a higher price, which is making it difficult for us to even recover the money spent on buying petrol, let alone making profit. Taking care of our families is now very challenging, as there are no passengers too, because people are afraid of moving around the metropolitan area. The situation is pathetic. Meanwhile, commercial transport operators are optimistic that with the restoration of normalcy across major states in the country, they will continue their normal routine. We are not enjoying this current development, which is mainly as a result of the violence caused by hunger protest. A lot of people must work daily before getting what to eat. Therefore, we strongly urge our fellow youths to shun any violence and allow peace to reign in our dear state. Gombe has been experiencing fuel scarcity and long queues even before the commencement of the hunger protest on August 1st. From Gombe, Hassan Koli reporting for Trust TV.
One of the organizers of the End Bad Governance protest in Lagos, Comrade Hassan Taiwo Soweto, has said protesters would not succumb to idle threat from any security operatives. Soweto was reacting to a statement credited to the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Adegoke Fayode, who said protest has now been outlawed in any part of the state. Soweto, while speaking to our correspondent on phone, said the group decided to take Tuesday as off day to allow them re-strategize. According to him, the decision to take the day off was reached on Monday at the protest ground, noting that the day off doesn't mean that the protest had been called off. Fayode, in an interview late Monday, said the ongoing End Bad Governance nationwide protest had been called off in a view of President Bola Tinubu's speech on Sunday. Now, let's join Dotu Omishaki from Lagos to give us an update. Hello, Dotu. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dotu.
Good afternoon. Afternoon.
All right. So, has the protest actually been put on a day off for today? Is everywhere calm in Lagos?
So, everywhere is calm in Lagos. The protest ground, it's obvious that there's nobody at the protest ground, and this was based on the decision by the organizers. So, according to what was said by Mr. Azam, that's one of the coordinators, said that he will take the day off. Today to restrategize, but not call us the ongoing protest because it lasted on the 10th of August. But today has been taken out to just restrategize and see how they can go forward. So according to him, it might not be a physical gathering again. It might take another form of protest, maybe online. I don't know. I've just said therefore it's going to take another form of protest. But obviously there's no physical gathering and also at Alausa where the protesters have always used to express their grievances.
All right. So what is commercial activities like today? In Ojota where the protest takes place and in Lagos in general. What's the commercial activity like at the moment? So
before now, since yesterday, commercial activities have returned to normalcy. A lot of traders have come out. Unlike when the protest began, there was a bit of fear, and a lot of shops were closed. But right now, commercial activities has returned fully. Transportation is now high. lot of traders, are also outside doing their business. So normalcy has a return as the way it used to be.
All right. Thank you very much, Dustin, for that update. We look forward to hearing a lot more from you in the coming days to know if truly the other form of protest at which they intend to re-strategize on would happen. Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
This is News Updates coming to you from Trust TV. Coming up, how nationwide hunger protests have impacted businesses in the FCT. We'll be looking at that and more when we return. Do stay. You are welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is News Updates coming to you from Trust TV. Now let us take a look at our headline stories again. Kaduna police nabbed 39 for unlawful display of Russian-Chinese flags. Lagos hunger protesters pause demonstrations, plan strategic comeback. The ongoing hunger protest is taking a toll on businesses in the Federal Capital Territory. Business owners, out of fear for their safety and that of their staff, have been forced to close their shops and stay home. This has inevitably affected their daily income. Chamun Dabeng reports.
And bad governance, that's what Nigerian citizens are calling out for. The hunger protest, which is as a result of pent-up anger in Nigerians who blame the federal government policies for the high inflation rate, which continues to reach a new all-time high with each passing month, thereby making life very difficult for Nigerians out there as it continues to push the cost of living and continues to stretch their purchasing power. The protests, which were initially meant to be peaceful, turned violent in some areas, causing businesses to lock up their doors for their safety as well as that of their staff.
Actually, it affected my business. So if I have 10 customers for every day now, maybe I have about 3 or 4 customers. Actually, during the period of the protest, we are scared. We are scared because we had that when you bring out your goods, some hoodlums will come and carry your goods. So we are scared.
Unfortunately, in some areas of the country, businesses were looted, resulting in massive losses. However, the loss isn't just specific to the individual business owner alone, but there could be possible effects on the Nigerian economy.
That protest was very brutal. It wasn't easy protest. I was thinking that the protest would be as a normal protest, but they turned it to a different thing entirely. Burning tires on the main road and doing other things. They do not allow people to cross main road to come to their various businesses. Even some people along here could not even do their business intention of the protest. It wasn't easy for anybody here. It's just on Friday or Saturday we started coming out. Being on Saturday we started coming out, but still yet we are not. If business is not flowing because people are afraid to come out.
Analyst Godwin Adoga explains the impact of protests in the country.
I would say the protest was inevitable, given the way the economy has been handled. All of this is an offshoot of people's, I would say, negative sentiments. And as far as the economy goes, one of the major impacts, the protest will have, or is already having, is that it is scaring investors away. Nobody who has serious interests in any form of supply chain activity in Nigeria would actually want to put their money in at this point for any mid or long term type of commitment, except there is a clear end in sight. And the reason is because we've seen what happened in Kano State, where trailer loads of goods being supplied were looted, and this is a country where we don't have a lot of insurance cover for some of these things.
Chamun Dabeng, Trust TV News, Abuja.
And now moving away from the hunger protests in business. The Naira on Monday depreciated to 1,600 per dollar in the parallel markets from 1,590 last weekend. However, The local currency appreciated to 1,607 per dollar in the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market, NAFEM. Data from the FMDQ showed that the indicative exchange rate for NAFEM fell to 1,607 naira 15 kobo per dollar from 1,617 naira 8 kobo per dollar. Last week Friday, indicating a 9.93% naira appreciation for the naira. The volume of dollars traded in the market declined by 41.3% to $77.9 million from $131.55 million traded last week. The margin between the parallel market and NAFEM rates narrowed to 7 naira 15 kobo per dollar from 27 naira per dollar last week Friday. And now, away from Nigeria, Israel has returned the bodies of nearly 90 Palestinians killed in its military offensive in the Gaza Strip. The director of the Palestinian Civil Emergency Service in Khan Yunis and southern Gaza, Yemen, Abu Suleiman, said on Monday that it was unclear whether the bodies had been dug up from cemeteries by the army during the ground offensive or whether they were detainees who had been tortured and killed. He said the bodies would be examined in an attempt to determine the cause of death and to identify them before being buried in a mass grave at a cemetery near Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis. Gaza's government media offices and Israel had sent 89 bodies as bones and decomposed bodies in an inhumane manner. It said Israeli forces had stolen 2,000 bodies since October 7th from dozens of cemeteries which they bulldozed during their ongoing military offenses. And in sport, Nigeria's Favour Ofili qualified on Monday night for the final of the women's 200 meters at the Olympic Games at Stade de France in Paris. Ofili ran a season best 22.5 seconds to place behind new women's 100 meters champion Jillian Alfred of St. Lucia in Heat 1 of semi-finals. She joined 7 others in Tuesday evening's final of the event, ranking 3rd among the crowd. Ofili is the lowest on the list with a world ranking of 31 and with a personal best of 21.96. Alfred had in the semi-finals a time of 21.98 and Gabriel Thomas of the US had 21.86 in winning Heat 2 of the semi-final. With that, we've come to the end of News Update here on Trust TV. Follow us across all our social media platforms for more news programs and documentaries. Thanks for watching. My name is Lilian Ogazi. Bye for now.